coronavirus cases continues to rise across the Carolinas. Here's the latest information that we have this morning. North Carolina officials say there are 32 in the state. There are 28 in South Carolina. There are 4 cases in Mecklenburg County, 2 cases in Lancaster, 1 in Cabarrus, and now 1 in Watauga County. And that patient is a Boone-based Samaritan's Purse worker who had recently traveled overseas. To put these numbers into perspective, the number of cases has doubled since this time Friday. And some breaking news this morning. The White House National Security Council tweeted this overnight. Text message rumors of a national quarantine are fake. They say there is no national lockdown. The CDC will continue to post the latest guidance on coronavirus. There are over 3,200 cases of coronavirus across the country. Officials now taking dramatic measures to try to slow the spread down. We have Blaine Tallison live for us this morning from the Mecklenburg County Health Department. Blaine, CDC just released some new recommendations, and there are a lot more to come.
Yes, we are expecting more guidelines from the CDC as well as from our local health department where I am this morning. Where things stand on the national level so far, there are at least 61 deaths from the coronavirus across the country, as well as 3,000 cases of it. And the points I'm about to go over here really relate to mass gatherings. There are now tighter restrictions for those gatherings across the country. Large events and those mass gatherings with more than 50 people should be canceled or postponed for the next 2 months now throughout the country, and you may have heard 100 before, so definitely tighter restrictions there. And while school is canceled for kids, this does not apply to the day-to-day operation of schools or businesses for that matter. And leading doctors on the virus in the U.S., they say this is all being done to slow the spread of infection.
The worst is yet ahead for us. It is how we respond to that challenge that's going to determine what the ultimate endpoint is going to be.
Another update from the federal government. Testing will be prioritized for seniors and healthcare workers, especially to keep our health systems running smoothly. The vice president announced over the weekend that in every state there will be new labs set up across the country. They will be capable, he says, of testing thousands of people at each site.
We will have more than 2,000 labs coming online with the high-speed testing, and we are connecting states to those testing methods.
Another big national update. The Fed took drastic action and dropped its interest rate to 0. This is the first time this has happened since the recession. And this is a move aimed at stabilizing the economy. It impacts how much you pay on everything from a mortgage or car interest, credit card interest rates as well. And the last time the prime rate was this low was during the global recession about a decade ago. And also want to point out, on Friday night, the House passed a financial aid bill to help people through this crisis financially. That is going to be taken up by the Senate today. There's a lot of questions about testing in this case. In about 30 minutes, I'm going to go over the national tests as well as what we're seeing at the local level. And, John, the risk of testing actually too many people for the virus.
All right. Yeah, so many changes just over the weekend and so many more questions as well. Blaine Tallison live for us this morning.
And many of those changes because the CDC is trying to prevent a more severe situation like the one we're watching unfold in Italy. Deaths there from the virus, they're growing by the hundreds. The country reported another 368 deaths yesterday alone. That brings the total to more than 1,800. They also reported nearly 3,600 new cases. There are now 25,000 cases in Italy. The entire country is on lockdown, and all public church masses are banned. And Mecklenburg and Gaston counties, they have now declared a state of emergency just yesterday. That gives those counties access to state and federal resources. The city of Charlotte says that it is working on some big changes to lower the risk of spreading the virus. And those include staggered staffing for city employees and online alternatives to some of the canceled events. They say that as of now, there are no changes to CATS, bus, or light rail schedules. Over the weekend, Governors Roy Cooper and Henry McMaster both ordered all public schools across the Carolinas to shut down amid the coronavirus pandemic. Classrooms will be sitting empty for the next 2 weeks. Our Anthony Costora is live this morning. And Anthony, you're at the CMS bus lot in West Charlotte, and we've learned the districts are getting pretty creative with the way they use the school buses.
Yeah, Brittany, we are hearing about a lot of examples of how districts are doing that. In South Carolina, for example, state officials there are working to equip 3,000 school buses like these ones behind me with Wi-Fi. So that way they can go to rural areas to provide folks with internet, or maybe to families who can't afford it. CMS is working to get students hotspots and Chromebooks during the closure, which we know will impact a lot of families. Right now, CMS is reviewing virtual learning opportunities for students while they're out of school. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper created a group to map out a child care plan for families who need it, and meal services for children who rely on school lunch. Now, while CMS students are out of school for the next 2 weeks, staff will report to work today. In South Carolina, all schools, including colleges, are closed through March 31st. South Carolina leaders are asking to suspend student testing assessments required by the federal government, which usually take place in the spring. Districts will also use school buses to drop off learning materials to students' homes. And the state superintendent of education says students who qualify for free or reduced lunch can receive 2 meals a day, either by picking those up at designated sites, or school buses will be used to drop off food.
Principals, superintendents, teachers are working together as we speak to prepare to continue instruction for your children, and also to be sure that those who need to be fed will be fed.
And we know that other districts are following suit as well. In Kannapolis, the school district there will deliver breakfast and lunch several times a day to 5 locations during that closure. We also expect to learn how Cabarrus County schools are going to be dealing with this issue as well. Brittany?
Right, so many changes. Anthony, thank you. Also, financial markets all around the world are back open this morning following heavy losses last week as businesses, markets, and governments responded to the continued spread of coronavirus. Right now, things are, not looking good. Look at this. You've got Wall Street futures now, the Dow Jones down more than 1,000 points, the NASDAQ down 359 points.